Show. I'm your host, Richard Tutunji, and today I've got a really special episode. If you're a one percenter kind of person and you're listening to this because you're in the fitness industry, you've been in here forever and you love what you do, I've got a really special guest. His name is Ceri Cummings, and he is the co-founder of GOAT, the greatest of all tapes. I've got a lot to talk about that because I think the marketing is absolutely genius. Ceri is been in the game for a long time in the fitness industry. He's been over there 15 years in the British Army, elite sports, rugby. He's done it all, but he's got one really cool approach, and he makes things really simple. He breaks down the complex to simplicity. He's got a structure I want to talk about, which is MENT, and I want to ask him what that means. So stick around for this amazing episode of GOAT. And if you are on YouTube, be sure to go across and watch that, because I'm going to show you this packaging, and I've got a special strip to show you, and it's not in red, it's in pink. Welcome to the show, Ceri. Good to have you here.
Thanks for having me,
mate. It's a pleasure. Now, I'll tell you what I've got. I've got this pink packet, GOAT, greatest of all tapes. I've got GOAT in black, the mouth tapes. Now, tell me if I'm doing this right. So if you are tuning in, guys, I've got my greatest of all tape. I'm going to put this on my nose. Am I doing it correctly? I'm right in the center, hopefully. I'm holding it down, and you know, you did this to me just a week ago, and all of a sudden I can breathe like 35, 40% more. Take me through this amazing concept that is actually everybody's talking about, everybody's got it on. I'm seeing you everywhere on socials. Take me through it. And I kind of know why it's effective, because straight away I feel the difference.
Man, immediately it will cause an effect that you're like, wow, that's what breathing feels like. So once you try it, you'll never look back. But what I will say, though, is for people that do put it on, they need to put it on properly. You were pretty close, but on the strip, it's got protected backing. But before you worry about this, number one thing is you actually need to wash your face. Any oils, moisturizer, serum, makeup. I know you don't wear much of that these days, but
sometimes I do. The reflection on my face
needs to be as clean and dry as possible. Then you need to peel the backing, but not off entirely.
Right.
If you peel that off and put your sticky fingers on the adhesive, that's going to lower the stickiness of it. So ultimately, I'll just put one. Actually, I'll take this one off.
All right, I'm going to do it with you. I've got another one here.
All right, let's go.
Let's take it through, guys. If you're on YouTube, check this out.
Let's imagine that you've just washed your face, right?
I have washed my face.
I have as well. The reason I say that is I've actually played 2 games of rugby with the same nose strip on. I've done 160K on the bike, and it's still been on once I've applied it properly. If you don't, bit of oil or makeup, sunscreen, it won't stick. So,
all right, got my tissue.
I'd say this to everyone. That's just a boy's wash. It's not really a wash, but once it's clean, it's clean. So peel off the sticky a little bit and hold it
got it.
And forefinger, and then line it up and look at the camera. And then from there, then just pull back and hold. Pull it, hold.
Oh, that's a very good instructions there.
So that packet that I sent you, the instructions were in the packet. Clearly, you didn't read them.
Oh, you have to read the instructions, do you?
You've got them.
Nobody watches those instructions.
So, yeah, man, I tell people 5-10 seconds and just rub it.
Yeah, okay, great.
The better the stick, the longer it'll last. But instantly opens up your nasal passage. You can breathe better. And being in health and wellness, mate, you know the importance of breathing properly, more oxygen, better outcomes. Simple as that.
Ceri, what's going on with this? Because, I mean, we were at the Oz Fitness Show a couple of weeks ago. Everybody's walking around with these. I don't want to talk about, first of all, I want to hear your background, but the greatest of all tapes, first of all, well done on the brand and the product, because clearly they stand out. I'm wearing a pink, I don't know, tape on my nose, and I'm wearing that because, well, one, I think it means something. You've built up this amazing community, and we all know what the GOAT means. And you've been able to take something that's already established, but made an amazing community out of it with the ones that want to be better, the ones that want to breathe better, and so forth. Take me through how you were able to do that.
So for those that are worried about it being pink and they wouldn't wear pink, we've got a few different colors anyway. So black, blue, and clear without the branding. But the big thing for us, and I spent 11 years in the British Army. I've played top level rugby. I come to Australia and built a gym. We're now in our 9th year operating as a facility. It was always community that made everything better. So through the good times, the bad times, through the winning, the losing, whether that's sport, forces, or life, community was the one thing that stood out to me. When we launched GOAT, as one of our businesses, at the forefront of it, we had to build a community first and a brand, not just for the business, make it a better business. It was because that's what we wanted. That's what we knew we wanted to be part of. And looking back on it now, GOAT, greatest of all tapes, but we've created a community and we actually got a bit of a play on words. Like if you want to join the community, you've got to be part of the herd. Do you want to be part of what we've created? The name wasn't me; it was my business partner Daniel. He came up with that. We knew we wanted to be the best, and we said yes, we want to be the best. We want to be the greatest. I want to be, and it just hit him. He's greatest of all tapes. Everybody assumes it's greatest of all time, but we fully believe in our product. Has been around for a long time. Robbie Fowler from Liverpool back in the day, he used to wear something similar. Race horses, so they actually use them on horses to open up the nasal passage there for better performance. But yeah, we launched the product. We made sure it was the best on the market in terms of adhesive, in terms of strength, quality, no harmful chemicals or ingredients, which then we thought it was the greatest. So we run with that name.
I love it. Let's just take actually for those who don't know, you've how many millions of these things have you sold?
There's been a lot of nose strips that we sold. So we are up over, I think, 70,000 individual orders now. So some of those are single order packs. So that's 30 strips. Some of those have been a 12-month supply. So that's 360 strips. There's been a lot of strips out there. And as you said, you noticed at the Fitness Expo a couple of weeks ago, everybody walking around in them.
It's quite amazing. So people are ordering these, and my understanding, and when I wear it, we've talked about it before, like that people generally have breathing problems, apnea, snoring, not able to hit the mark they want to hit. So this is a problem that's been around for a long time. Is that correct? Is that the problem that you're hitting, or you're hitting more the elite sports? Where are you going with it?
It's actually both sides of it, but there's an incredible book called Breathe by James Nestor.
Yes.
Absolutely fantastic. I encourage anyone to read that. Basically, the way that we've now evolved as humans, we don't use our face and throat and mouth like we used to. We don't chew food as long. We don't use them in the same way, which now changes the shape and structure, which is why there's more people having sleep problems and breathing problems. This just simply opens up the nasal passage, which then helps you breathe better. The mouth tape, which I'll show in a moment, that stops you breathing through your mouth. A lot of people, when they breathe through their mouth, it's shallow, it's not effective breathing. So in conjunction, both of them promotes better breathing. Like, when you're pissed off and annoyed, take a big, deep breath in and sigh. That's your body's natural way. It's not it should be in through the nose, and it just promotes better breathing. It's such a simple product, goes so far. But to answer your questions in terms of who uses them, anyone and everyone. We've got people that cannot sleep at all. We've got people that are high performers and just want to biohack their bodies to breathe a little bit better. Elite athletes, we've got some children.
Amazing. I want to touch on the concept of greatest of all time. I want to touch on the concept of brand as well. But before I do so, let's go back a little bit, because I love people's success, right? I love to see success. I love to see when someone's gone, wow, you're seeing the tapes everywhere, but it goes much deeper when somebody essentially makes it, or somebody says, I see your product everywhere. There's many years of not sure what to do. Should we stick with our passion? Should we continue that way? In the fitness industry, most people get involved in this industry as personal trainers because they have a deep, deep, deep passion. They want to help. They want to give. Take me through the early stages of you, because I mean, one of these things I think why you've had such great success is because you've got a very good understanding of the fitness industry. Take me through your early stages. Did you start off being a PT? Take me through that.
So I joined the army when I was 17 in the UK, did 11 years in the army. I joined actually as an engineer. Didn't enjoy the job, so I transferred to be a PTI, which is basically physical training instructor. So a PT in the army. I was very fortunate that while I was doing that, I was selected to play rugby at a high level. So that basically got me out of the army life, but I was still a soldier representing the army. Played in 26 different countries around the world. Was fortunate to travel everywhere, but that introduced me to elite coaching with strength and conditioning coaches. So I always loved that. And when I wasn't representing the army at my sport, I was in the gym training people. When I left the army in 2013, I came to Perth for a rugby contract. Came over here, played 3 games and dislocated my elbow. It wasn't the end of my career because I've still played every year since, but it was the end of my dream of only ever being a rugby player. I was like,
Right.
it's got me to Perth, but it's not going to keep me here. So I was like, well, what else can I do? Fitness was the obvious thing because I knew so much about it and I was so passionate. I then went and worked at Good Life, Australian Institute of Fitness, a few gyms, and it just didn't sit right with me the way that they were running the business, treating their members, how everything was conducted. So I said to my wife that we need to open our own place and do it the right way for the people. And I was just so passionate about helping other people with their goals. And it wasn't about the money. For me, it was just passion. And I suppose passion for me to stay in the country doing something that I really enjoyed. So my first 7 years in Australia, I wasn't even on a permanent visa. I had work rights, but it wasn't guaranteed that I would stay. So I knew that I wanted to do something that I really, really, really enjoyed.
And so then you went on and got these facilities, and take me through where they are at the moment. You've got a few facilities. You've got a cafe, I think. You've got a whole array of health ways that people can
So
get connected.
in this building where I am right now, I've got 4 fitness facilities. So I've got a strength and conditioning gym. I got a female over 45 studio. I've got a Pilates reformer studio. I've got a conditioning kind of gym. Um, I've got a chiropractic clinic. I've got a recovery center. The reason I introduced the cafe was for
Mm.
community. So everyone loves coffee,
Yep.
but everyone loves catching up with people over coffee more than the coffee itself. So we opened a cafe purely as a hub for our members to go connect and then stick around for longer. I've got a few other things as well, but in the last 2, 3 weeks since I seen you in Sydney, I've actually scaled back from 2 of those businesses so I can focus on now what I'm passionate about, but with there's also more money as well. Because ultimately now I've been doing this for a long time. As most people know, the gym industry is a hard slog. There's not a whole heap of money in it. So I'm now looking at where I spend my most time to get the best return.
Take me through that. So first of all, congratulations on being able to be across multiple things in the industry. Do you think the fitness industry, you have to start off that way? You have to start off with the passion and then it will lead? Because you mentioned it, hey, there's not much money in the fitness industry. We hear that a lot, obviously, in the industry. But why do you think people do what they do for in this fitness industry?
Well, I think they sold a dream because there's plenty of money in the fitness industry
Mm,
for some people, but not for everyone. And if you do it right, you can have a fantastic career and earn a lot of money if you do it right. But the majority of people don't. So I think that's why people start because they see the dream. They sold
mm.
the dream of work a few hours a day, work from anywhere. But it never really materializes. It's like early mornings, late nights, nothing in between. But for me, it was just, yeah, I had to work hard. I had to build something that I could do long term. And
Yeah.
when I was tired, when I was sick, knowing that I would jump out of bed genuinely and actually want to do something, it had to be something I was really interested in.
Take me through that in between part. I think we've all been there. We go from maybe a PT to a studio owner to a studio owner getting staff, and then we go, oh my gosh, we can't do that. We find a side hustle. We find something on the side. What's your theory? What's your process to make it just easy to decide if there is one? I'd love to know your thoughts on that.
I'm happy to explore every option.
Right.
Anything that comes across my desk as an opportunity, I'm happy to explore it because that might be the one thing that changes my life more than anything. So I'm never going to say, no, thanks for the opportunity, but I don't want to explore it because financially it could completely change my life and then make the gym industry, my gyms, a super passion only thing where it's not about the money whatsoever. Because it gets to a point whereby it's passion, aiming towards a dream, and then you weigh off passion versus profit or passion versus what you actually get out of it. So I'll explore all the opportunities, any different industries, as long as it's ethical and it's healthy, then I'll explore those. But you just got to weigh up what works for you, what lights you up, what's gonna,
Mm,
and what is it. Like I wanna make the most amount of money possible,
yes.
helping the most amount of people that I can, whilst having the best reputation I can. Like I do a lot of charity work. I help a lot of people, but what I wouldn't do is I wouldn't sacrifice helping loads of people for too much money, or I wouldn't try and make too many people happy and not earn any money from it. It's kind of just getting the right balance.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just it's not gonna work. And I wouldn't aim for money and damage my reputation. So I think having an even split on those is what helped me decide where I want to go.
Great. I like that theory of it because it is important. Money does get that brand out. Money gets helping more people. You can
Like
hire
I want to earn
staff.
shitloads of money. I want to be filthy rich, but I wouldn't do that if it was going to tarnish my reputation. Or I wouldn't help so many people. I'm sorry, I wouldn't focus on too much money and not look after the ones that matter, i.e., myself and my wife. So yes, it's all about helping loads of people, but if I'm helping lots of other people and I can't look after myself for the money, what's the point?
Great lessons there. Love that. Let me deep dive a little bit more into the GOAT. We talk the Marketing Muscle Up show when we talk about marketing, and I love some of your marketing. I said that to you when I caught up. First of all, we're big
Yeah.
on brand. Your branding is spot on. I love it. And then I look at your Instagram. I look at what's going there. Take us through, if you can, some really interesting things about your marketing that you think worked really well in the growth of the greatest of all tapes. I want to start with one if I can. I love the concept that you've done with choosing influencers, like I see on your Instagram. 3 reasons why Michael Jordan would love GOAT. I just think that's clever marketing. It's cheeky marketing. Take me through some of those influencer connections. And I'm assuming, you didn't pay Michael Jordan a shitload of money to put that on him. Take me through that theory of Instagram for you.
So, first of all, I can't take credit for the marketing. So, Dan, my business partner, and David, so Dan, my co-founder, and now David, our business partners, come in. Those two are the marketing geniuses. I'm the one that's building relationships and the businessy side of it. But so first thing is get a good team and get people that actually know what they're doing, that have done it, tried, and tested. But for us, we knew we had to stand out with marketing. You talk about the red and the blue ocean. You have to do something that is so different because at the end of the day, even though we do have, I believe, a superior product, it's just a product. And it's just a product to everybody else that sees it for the first time and that hasn't tried it or compares it to something else. So we have to stand out. We have to be frequent, recent, relevant. We have to be the loudest. But what we're not going to do is pay Mr. Zuckerberg a whole heap of money to just be there in front of everyone. Yes, we do pay for ads, obviously, but we had to come up with a way, hence that clever marketing, to stand out from the crowd for people to take notice. And then that's where our targeted ads follows them around the internet and does its thing into our conversions.
Great. So you're using organic marketing,
Yeah.
clever, different concepts. You're finding TV clips that I see. You're finding influencers,
Podcasts.
and you're putting some and podcasts. I've seen, yes, excellent, and you're putting your flavor to it. For someone listening in, right? Take me through that. Is it something that you're always thinking about? Is it something that you're on the lookout for? Or is it just like, hey, I turn up on Monday and I got this idea. How does that work in the company?
So as with any good business, whether you're looking someone that's listed on the ASX, whether it's worldwide or whether it's a successful small business, I think having a plan and then reverse engineering that. And part of the plan is marketing because so many people now pay for eyeballs. They don't have a clue. And quite often it's the biggest budget wins. But we have a plan. So we have to execute the plan. We have to stick to the plan. We've got a good team that does it with us and for us. Most of it's in-house anyway, but we, as co-founders and business partners, we're the ones that are in the business every single day making decisions. and also seeing the direct outcome of the decisions we make, whether that's conversions or profit. So we can see the immediate impact it has. And if something works, we double down on it. If something doesn't, because we are right there in the boiler room, let's say, we can make a decision and change it. If we see something we think is good, we'll just screenshot it or share it to our marketing group or a content group or our organic group within Slack. Sometimes with no context, because it might be at a random time of day and you can't share what the idea was. It's just boom, put in there. The amount of times I pick my phone up, I'm like, what the hell is this? But the next time I chat with the guys, they share the vision and how that's going to evolve and how it's going to relate to GOAT in some way.
Great, I appreciate those insights. So basically, you're seeing stuff 24/7. You're screenshotting, you're putting into your Slack channel, and then when you have your meetings, saying, "Hey, what can we do with this?"
Yeah.
You're not letting the traditional sit down. Let's think about it. You're seeing it and you're moving on to it fast, which is awesome. Love it. Random question: what's the favorite color? What's the most popular color of the tapes? Is it green, blue, black, or clear?
Black is the most popular, but pink
Right.
is slowly catching up. I quite like the pink. I've played rugby all my life, played 24 seasons of rugby, and I'm happy to chuck a pink one on and play rugby with a pink one. So it's just different. It stands out.
So good. You talked about the mouth tapes. While I've got you here, I'd love a demonstration. We are on a podcast, so I don't know if it's going to be too successful, but I'm assuming you've had practice. So I have a question. I've got the mouth tapes here, right?
Yep.
I open them up and there's a hole in them. One, I guess, do you need the hole to breathe? Is it just because I want to have a drink of Coca-Cola in the middle of the night or a water?
Yeah.
Is it for a straw? What's the go?
So bit of feedback, to be honest, because the one I've got in front of me right now is the only one I could find. It's actually the one without a hole. So
Or
we
well,
a
I've
lot of
got the
people,
one with the hole, if
yeah,
that helps you. Yeah,
we
there we
we
go.
actually had a lot of people that were worried and stressed about putting them on without a hole in it. We equally had a lot of people that didn't want a hole, but ultimately it's not to breathe, a little bit of confidence, but at night, if you wake up thirsty, which you shouldn't if you don't mouth breathe anyway, if you're hydrated, you shouldn't actually be waking up to take a drink of water. But if for some reason you do, you can put a straw through the hole, then it's okay. But the idea behind this isn't to completely block your mouth entirely anyway. It's not about just sealing it shut. The idea is just to stop your bottom jaw opening up and then allowing you to breathe through your mouth.
So good. And is this something that you should use in combination or is it a separate product altogether?
We've got people that use one or the other. We've got people that use both. Predominantly, the mouth tape would be used to sleep to stop that bottom jaw opening up. And you've all seen the guy sleeping with his mouth open catching flies. That's what
Yep.
it's designed to stop. However, I do a lot of my zone 2 training, so cycling or running, I do with mouth tape on because that promotes nasal breathing, which then means I stay in my correct zone 2. So I'll quite often run around Perth up to 15, 20K sometimes, depending on what I'm training for, with mouth tape on.
Wow.
People look at me weird, but when I come back, I explore or I review my Whoop data or my Apple Watch. It shows I was in the right zone.
Super interesting. Let's just quickly talk about Whoop because I know you've had a massive experiment over the last year with using that. You love the tech and you
Yep.
love the results. Take me through for those who are using Whoop. What have you discovered with using note
So
takes?
uh, I first used Whoop several years ago. I was living by the data, trying to hold on to a Premiership rugby career in my early 30s. I needed everything I could. So I used the data and then I fell out of love with it. I didn't really follow it. So I've had a 2-year break. I'm
Yep.
now back on Whoop. And currently, as of today, 325 days without taking her off,
Yeah. Hey.
including rugby as well. So I'll wear it as a bicep strap in rugby. So
Right.
this gives me everything I need. I love data because you can make better decisions.
Yep.
Only last week, my data from my sleep on the Thursday, Friday, the exact numbers I had was 6.5 hours sleep, 6 hours 38. My sleep performance was high 70s, 80s, and my recovery was 86, and I'm just looking now 72. So it was on. The day after, for some reason, I forgot to wear my nose tape only. I had an hour 45 more sleep longer because it was Saturday morning. I had to sleep in. Great. Coaches love that, right? It's not a 5 a.m. start. But my recovery, even though I had more sleep, it was like worn in. And then in the middle of the whoop, it talked my HRV. So that was decreased by 29% because I had a bad sleep. I had a longer sleep, bad sleep, and I 100% put it down to not having my nose strip on.
Yeah, wow. Super interesting. Super
We've
interesting.
got quite a few people on board that have been Aura users, Aura Ring, Whoop, Ultra Human. It's all the same stuff.
Yep.
Even some of the top Garmin's and Apple Watches now do the same sort of thing, but they monitor and track their data and they see eye-opening changes when they sleep properly with one or both of the products, which is for us. And then they'll post it. And then back to the marketing, we share a lot of our user-generated content. So they'll do
Yes.
something, they love it, they'll say how it changed their life, and then we'll just reshare it, whether it's a story or a collaboration post. So it's real people sharing real results. We get a lot of people, and I can hand on heart say this. And if anyone's listening, they ever want to dispute it, they can go straight to whoever's in the videos, in the ads, or the organic.
Yep.
We get a lot of comments that say this is bullshit. It's a fake reaction. Not one of those have ever been fake. It's generally at events.
Yep.
And you was at the event in Sydney where I met you for the first time, and you obviously seen it. So everything we filmed there was genuine. I'm pretty sure at some point in the future you'll see a clip from that event, and someone will say, "Oh, that's bullshit. It's not. It's not. It's fake." It
Mm.
was real people trying it for the first time. Yeah, so it's good to see, and we share that a
Yeah.
lot.
No, I like it a lot. So user-generated content is working really well in the marketing game. You're resharing that, really simple. But I think it goes back to the concept too. The reason why there's user-generated content, and I really nail into this a little bit before we wrap up, is that the way that I see, great marketing or great anything is about instant results. Now, when you get an instant result from something, you get a feeling, you get something that's automatically going to do
Yep.
something. So
Yep.
I noticed that there's something with the concept that, or when I put it on for the first time, I
Yep.
think I came back Sunday. I know we've been chatting over Instagram forever,
Yeah.
and you gave me a packet, right?
Yeah.
I came back the next day, and someone said, "Hey, have you used it?" I haven't used it yet. I put it on, boom, I felt it straight away. So this with instant results.
Yep.
What are your thoughts about instant? I mean, because when we go and train our bodies, we go to a gym and the trainer says, "Oh, you're going to get a result in a week. You're going to get a result in 2 months." That's obviously, do you think that's much harder, or is this how you're in this?
Yeah, so as a industry, or in fact for anything now, people think you can shortcut a lot of stuff, and you can't. So the instant gratification, the want, the need, it's always there. People's clever marketing or like fucking like harsh marketing, bullshit marketing, they'll promise in results, but something like this that delivers it, it makes it easy for us.
Mm,
And it the fact that it's so small, so easy, so simple, no effort, boom, instant. There you go. The proof is in the pudding. But yeah, it's funny that you say that. Obviously, that was the first time we'd met. I've been following your stuff for a long time, and finally, obviously, caught up. I really wanted to give it to you just to see, because of the marketing side of it as well. And I was like, I wonder if it would catch your attention, or if it was just another product. I'm sure you get stuff sent to you all the time, but it clearly worked. The instant results and the
mm.
brand behind it. So
Yeah, and I've told a few people. I've given, you gave me a packet. I probably gave it to two or three people to try, talked about it. So it is something that your product has to work. I think that's the most important thing with marketing. If it doesn't work, you're going to have a lot of refunds. It's not going to work. You can't fake.
well,
You can't fake it.
we get a lot of people asking us for some samples,
Mm.
and sometimes I like jumping online and having a bit of banter with them. I'm like, well, you wouldn't ask most other shops for, or you wouldn't walk into a pub and be like, hey, can I have a sample of your steak before ordering it?
Yeah.
But now we do a 30-day money back guarantee. So if it doesn't actually work for you, we're so confident that it will, we'll give you money back. And for those people that put it on wrong, like you put
Like I just did.
your fingers on it, but you still get a reaction. You'll still get
Yeah.
effect. If they put it on wrong, we'll talk them through it. If they still don't get it right, we'll happily refund them. And we don't get many refunds because it genuinely works.
Yeah. No, it's great. I love it. Marketing is smart. I think it's a great product. It's proven. And what I love about this is that, you know, when I see things from people I know have been in the industry for a long time and they've been passionate and they've been out there and they've been waking up early and they've been hustling and they've been doing their thing, I think that's the greatest success that I like to see, because success stays with the industry, success stays with the communities, and you can on grow that. So yeah, hugeness to you, Ceri, and
Thanks,
the
mate.
team, Dan and the team there. It's been such a great product, and I hope it does well. Keep going and keep going. Tell me what's next on the agenda. I saw a little some new products coming up, but can you share if there's some new things on the horizon for you guys?
So we're constantly looking to level up our, I can't say too much, but our product range, and expanding that. But we're
Yeah.
looking at some sort of supplements
Yep.
to help with sleep and recovery. That's one that we are looking into. And then we are relaunching a new eye mask that's coming out very soon. That's it, like absolutely incredible. The one that we've got. So that's going to be our next thing before we focus on a couple of other projects we've got. We'll be going overseas as well.
Love it. Nice work. Well
Yep.
done. For those who are listening, Ceri's going to put a link and you can get some, I think, some product or something like that we're going to put together. Is that right?
Yeah, for sure, mate. So what I'll do is I'll set up a discount code for all the listeners. But if anyone then wants to talk about like a wholesale option for them or for themselves as individuals, I'll happily do that as well.
What a great option. So yeah, if you're a trainer in the business and the studios and you want your clients to get better results, I think, wow, what a great option. What a great, got a great way to get involved in the GOAT community and to make your clients get better, even better than they're getting. Thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate that. I am obsessed with your product and your brand. I love it. Yes, your ads are following me everywhere. And thanks for jumping on.
Right. Appreciate your time. Thanks, listeners.
Team, if you like this episode, be sure to watch it on YouTube and you can see the full experience. You can see the pink on my nose, in Ceri's nose, if you haven't yet seen that. And if you do want to listen back, there's about 300 episodes to listen back to. Check it out. And I'll catch you next time in the Marketing Muscle Up podcast show. Bye for now, guys.